Welcome to our free online webinar series, Lunchtime LEVinars. We started this series 9 years ago to share information and build knowledge on important and timely issues.
Access to mental health services and supports through things like telehealth and community providers, which I think is really reflective of just the evolving role of schools as the hub of neighborhoods.
Know that we have gone above and beyond, or tried to, with the funds that we have, but unfortunately it's just not enough. We have 1,700 kids, so the wait list is 3 months long to get an appointment.
There's so much need, and one group of professionals can't do it alone. And we're finding out that we're working a lot smarter as a team versus just saying, go to the counselor.
Superintendent Banner, do you have any legislative asks that you'd like to put out there?
I kind of wrote a little list down over here. And of course, it's increased nurses and counseling, but really increase with a purpose. Let's see what we have and make that as efficient and effective as possible.
There's lots of things you can build a school district around: curriculum, assessment, materials. Those are all really good things. But I think one thing the pandemic has shown us is that our communities and our schools orbit around relationships and a sense of belonging. And first and foremost, that's the most important thing that we need to nurture.
Critical race theory puts in focus how we understand race and how it actually is in conversation with class, age, gender, ability, and sexual orientation in all aspects of life in the United States as we know it.
Critical race theory is humanizing. It's humanizing. It helps us understand that these things that we experience aren't because of our own lack of effort. You know, the whole meritocracy fallacy. There are systems in place that prevent us from achieving the things that we see some of our contemporaries achieving.
So many of those lessons, what we call educación, these things that get passed down to us, but school interrupts the importance of those lessons. What it means for so many of us to see ourselves through that lens of that wisdom, that history, that genius that was always there. I think for me, that's the personal connection to critical race theory as well.
It is clearly still intrinsically inclined in every single activity that we do as Americans, and making sure that young people can recognize it and be like, this is a situation where there is an inherent race dynamic, because race dynamics are in everything.
Since when does historical accuracy present a threat? What does it mean to position everyone as learners? And now, does that enhance our capacity to learn, analyze, dissect, and build?
Racism harms everybody, even white people. And CRT will help us unearth and discover and dissect those systems of oppression that holds everybody back, not just folks of color.
Special education for me it's a different thing for everybody in special education. And back in elementary, it was hard for me, but as I went on, did these type of things, it got easier because I finally got what I needed.
Something I try to say to myself all the time is that as a school system, right, as an educational system, our goal is not to hand a student a diploma, right? Our goal is to make sure that they have the skills and tools and connections they need to make that successful transition to their next step in life.
These special ed students felt that they weren't included. That's why schools have clubs and after-school programs to join the inclusion.
Our school districts, to meet the needs of students with disabilities, are spending 18% more than they receive in special education funding. So that leaves a gap of over $300 million. So we are working on this decision package now to remove that 13.5% cap.
So we might still have special ed, but it will be to the point to where it doesn't seem like special ed.
Yeah, it'll just be school.